Hello and welcome to the Zork Report. My name is Taylor Zork, and today we're in a brand new office here in Dominicalito, Costa Rica. We're adjusting and going on the fly, but wanted to make sure I got this video out to you guys as soon as possible. So let's jump right in. The court set a January 3rd deadline for Celsius customers to file claims in the upcoming bankruptcy case. The January 3rd date is known as the bar date, and if creditors fail to file a proof of claim before that date, they will be excluded from the case. At its height, Celsius managed over $10 billion in assets and claimed over 1.7 million users. Additionally, according to an independent examiner, Celsius had insufficient accounting and operational controls. In a report dated November 19th, examiner Shoba Pillay made a number of stark observations in her court-appointed investigation into the bankrupt cryptocurrency lending platform. One of the main revelations in Pillay's report was that Celsius's custody program was launched without sufficient accounting and operational controls or technical infrastructure, which allowed shortfalls in custody wallets to be funded from its other holdings. According to Pillay, no effort was made to segregate or separately identify any assets associated with the withhold accounts, which were commingled in the main wallets. So these two stories really highlight first of all, for the bankruptcy filing, there's going to be a lot of customer names and data that are going to be released. And if the IRS wants a fresh list of people to go after from an audit perspective, they'll look into anyone who's on that list and see if they've made any check boxes on any prior returns. If they were supposed to and they didn't, they're likely going to look into those people more readily. And so I think we're going to see a lot of additional audits come out of these two cases. Additionally, the insufficient accounting and operational controls that we saw at Celsius are another instance of failed accounting practices within these major exchanges and lending platforms. So I think you're going to see a lot more need and a lot more of these companies start to reach out for accounting help and to really make a robust accounting team. And if they don't, they're not going to be taken seriously in the industry. U.S. senators urged Fidelity to reconsider its Bitcoin offerings after the FTX blow-up. United States Senators Elizabeth Warren, Tina Smith, and Richard Durbin have renewed their calls for Fidelity Investments to reconsider offering Bitcoin-linked 401k retirement products. In a letter addressed to Fidelity Investments CEO Abigail Johnson on November 21st, the three senators said the recent fall of FTX is more reason than any for the $4.5 trillion asset management firm to reconsider its Bitcoin offerings to retirement savers, stating, "The recent implosion of FTX, a cryptocurrency exchange, has made it abundantly clear the digital asset industry has serious problems." Now, I think that they mean well by trying to say this, but I think that there's an intention to link FTX with the greater crypto market, and that's kind of like saying soccer is bad because FIFA is bad. And, FIFA has shown to be corrupt, but that doesn't make soccer a bad sport or a corrupt sport. And I think it's a similar analogy to be made here. They're trying to conflate two things, which is a centralized entity to a broader space. And I think it's just not a fair comparison to make. So I don't think anything will come out of this, but who knows? We've seen crazier things within the government. New York Governor Kathy Hochul signs a moratorium to curb crypto mining. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has signed one of the most restrictive laws in the U.S. on regulating cryptocurrency mining, becoming the first state to impose such a ban. The bill triggers a 2-year moratorium on new permits for crypto mining companies that are powered by fossil fuels and use proof-of-work authentication methods. So I think that the major thing you're going to see come out of this is either new companies moving to a different state and not deciding not to do business in New York when they relate to crypto mining. But I also think that you'll start to see those that do wish to get permits in the state are going to obviously switch to more renewable sources of energy. So if they use solar or wind or a number of other renewable sources of energy, it sounds like that would be okay with regards to this moratorium. So you'll probably start to see cleaner proof-of-work mining operations, at least within New York State. Thank you for joining us on this week's Zork Report. Join us this Wednesday at 4 p.m. EST for our weekly Water Cooler Wednesday, where we discuss any topics that are emerging in the industry that are kind of making us scratch our head as accountants. This week we're talking about illiquid shitcoins on the balance sheet. So let's say you're a launchpad, you receive 1% of the token supply of this new project, and the price times X number of tokens gives you $1 million in that asset on your balance sheet. Well, if you go to sell that on a decentralized exchange like Uniswap, if you try to sell 1% of the token supply, who knows how much liquidity is on that DEX, so you're going to move the price, because it's all governed by automated market makers, you're going to move the price tremendously. So how much can you really recover from that $1 million on your balance sheet? So we're going to talk about how to value illiquid shitcoins, and if there's any other specific topics you'd like to discuss, we'd love to hear them, so comment in the comment section of this video and we'll try to discuss those in following discussions. So thanks again and have a great week. Take care.